Welcome to the Phone Collection Showcase Winter 2025. Let's begin. First up, let's begin with the Nugget corner, and the newest one is this Samsung flip phone, which got the new battery just today. Pretty good timing. Now I kind of forgot the model number. But yeah, it's a flip phone and it's metallic and black. And I know, I kept it really only because it looked kind of cool. And as you can also see, it's Polish. Pretty cool. I got it from a phone lot, by the way. Now we got the SGH P510. I didn't charge this one because I lost the charger. But its main feature is that you press this button and it will just automatically open or close by itself, as it has the motor built in. So it'll open or close by itself with a push of a button. Pretty cool. Also, I don't know, but this cover screen looks like a tiny CRT looking thing. Next up is this old Nokia. You can see its model number here. It takes full on big chungus SIM cards. And to be honest, I don't know if it works because I don't have the charger. Because it's different than like the 3310, for example. And it's also my mom's first phone. And the oldest one in my collection because it's a brick. Now we got the Nokia 105 2017, I believe. And can you focus? And yeah, it's just a basic Nokia phone. It works the way you would think that it works, and got snake, so you got the old kind of snake. Yeah, the phone does not love to autofocus. Yeah, this kind of snake. Cool. Next up is the Nokia 100, I think, which I used a little bit, and that's cool. Which was, remember, this was like back in 2013 or so. I made this crack with a Lego pickaxe, because of course I would. And yeah, the back cover is gone. That's, yeah, I used it. My dad used it first, and didn't make that crack. I did it with a Lego pickaxe. Next up is the Nokia 6000 something slide. I don't remember the numbers, but this is the one that I used for a lot of Nokia stuff. No, not here. You can see applications. We got a lot of installations like Snake and Snake and Snake and Snake and Doom and that. Turns modern Snake, man. It's pretty cool. These buttons don't work, unfortunately, which is kind of sad. So I'm gonna get never wanted the same model, and the camera button is missing. So yeah, otherwise it's a pretty cool device. Next up, what we got is this Nokia N95, which is pretty cool considering it came out like a few months before the iPhone. This was a smartphone in the olden days. It has like a bunch of features everywhere. A 5 megapixel camera. All that and all that and all that. And it has media buttons on the top. Pretty cool, don't you think? Does it sideways? And also it has this leather case, which is good because the back cover does not hold on to its place anymore because the little tabs are broken. Next up is my first phone, and also it wasn't my mom's phone, is the Nokia 3210. And as you can see, I built this like years and years ago. And yeah, it works. The speaker kind of doesn't work, and this thing works because I think it uses the speaker for some reason. So yeah, that's pretty nice that it still works. And of course, it's pretty beaten up. Because, you know, a kid used it years ago. So, we got a Nokia 3310 here. It does Nokia 3310 stuff. That's pretty nifty. I got it in the phone lot. Yeah, a while ago. And now I will take its battery out for a bit and put it into the Nokia 3410. Or, yeah, 3410. Okay, I don't think it actually works anymore. That's kind of unfortunate. So let's get the battery out. Now this is the Nokia 500, which I got pretty recently, complete in box too, except the charger of course. And yeah, it works. And also put Snake on because why not? It's basically a smartphone from Nokia that runs Symbian. Of course it is. And that's basically what it is. Next up, we got my dad's old phone, which is a Samsung that. It's an X-Cover something. It has a line, it's battery expanded. The only Samsung that I had the battery expand. That's it. Next up, we got another Nokia 3220. Frick, I forgot, 3320 and something like that. Got this from a flea market to restore the other one, but this one's also in pretty good condition just by itself, so I don't really want to ruin it. So might as well get another 3220. And this works like perfectly fine, except like the rubber bits, of course, missing because, of course. Next up is Nokia, a bunch of numbers, Express Music, and I don't know why it's in this language now. It shouldn't be. Oh yeah, it's stupid slider stuff. It's the Nokia, is like one of the first Nokia smartphones, I believe. Of course, they're on Symbian, but this one's even worse. I don't really know how to navigate. But it has music that is Express. Cool. Next up is the Nokia. Oh, it has a battery. Does it still work? I didn't actually charge it because it's charging port. Basically, I kept this phone because I would. Oh, hey. I would like restore it someday, maybe. It has cool buttons, but like, there's 2 buttons missing, unfortunately. I initially actually wanted to sell this, but I didn't. So, well. Next up is the E-Star Nugget. It's just a nugget that the port is broken to, so it's just an absolute nugget. Now, this is a Nokia something classic. And I also used to use this phone. It's a pretty nifty Nokia. It's a basic Nokia. Also, the camera is like those fake cameras that kind of blew. That's like the only interesting thing about it. Oh yeah, and also the fact that I ruined it by plugging in the computer with the mini USB port. And naming every folder after me, thus bricking the system. Kind of. Now it's basically, the storage is full, yet there's nothing in the folders. And when I plug it into the PC, the folders that I named after myself don't show up anymore. That's weird. Now this is a cat phone that my dad used for a bit there. It is a phone from Cat. It has a tractor sounding startup sound. And I think shutdown sound too. And a goofy icon for shutdown too. Yeah. It's kind of funny having an engine starting when you're shutting down. And that was all for the dumb phones. Now let's move on to the Windows phones. Wait. The two unique phones first. This one's the Nokia N9. It's like the Nokia that is one of a kind. It runs kind of a Linux-based operating system. It has terminal, damn it. And it has gestures. Yay. It's pretty cool. Looks like a Lumia 800 too, because Lumia 800 basically stole this guy's design. It has this thing. Goofy. It doesn't want to shut down now. We'll address the battery low sounding stuff soon. I hope. And here's the Samsung Vape. Once again, like, not really as one of a kind as it was with the N9. It doesn't want to turn on anymore. It should, I changed it. What the hell? Its battery dies fast, so I guess fair. But then Samsung's bought OS with the TouchWiz skin, which basically looks like the Android phones that Samsung made in 2011, like the Samsung Ace or the S2. And yeah, it has a pretty goofy design too, of this diamond-shaped stuff going on and the curves of the glass. It's a cool nugget. Pretty premium feeling too. And now let's move on to the Windows phones. This one is the Lumia 650. That's where I do a lot of Windows Phone shenanigans. Like Flappy Bird, for example. Or Samsung Gallery, for example. Why is it on the Windows Phone? I don't know. Next up is the Lumia 950 XL, which I put Windows 11 on, which we need to restart to show. And I took so many tries getting it not breaking itself after a while because Windows updates, so I finally decided to find the app that stops the Windows updates, so now it's fine. Yeah, it's really cool nugget. By the way, at the end we'll count how many phones that I have that are also functional. I won't include the phones that... I will include the broken phones later. We're also going to take a look at the 4 tablets I have. Now, this is the Lumia 640. And yeah, it's blue. It has plastic that's kind of has a little clear layer on the outer layer of the plastic and just a normal plastic in the inner layer. It runs Windows Phone 8.1, and yeah, it's a typical Windows phone of the time. It's Microsoft too. And this one, you got it from the Lumia lot. You got basically almost all the Lumias here. Well, not all, like half. And this is like 535 or something. It's very similar to 640. To be honest, it's just an orange Windows phone. It's a little bit of a Lumia era, but like the Nokia era, but Microsoft. It's a phone. Also, let me actually turn this on and boot it into Windows 11 to show you later, if it wants to. This is the Lumia 930, which is personally my favorite Windows phone. I replaced the back to be green. That's why there's like no logos and stuff. It has metal sides. It looks pretty modern, actually, for how old it is. And yeah, I didn't do too much with it. Now, this one is a Samsung Windows phone, and it is actually really goofy because like has the sounds and like the wallpapers from the Samsung Nature UX. It has Over the Horizon. Yeah, it has Windows Phone, which is just completely flat. It just is wrong. Even the phone design is like designed by design for humans and stuff. It is just two different designs kind of clashing. It's horrible. Let me boot this into Windows 11 real quick. Look at that. It's booting into it. Yes. This is the Nokia 1020. The Lumia with the 41 megapixel pure view camera. And I took like a bunch of photos on this. Like I even recently took a few photos. It also kind of thinks it's 2024 for some reason. But yeah, the main thing about the Lumia is that its camera is really high detail. Even though it was released in 2013. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The camera is good. Of course, it shows its age in some places. But yeah, it's good. Now we got the Lumia 520, which I really do nothing with. It's just a Windows phone that I own. It has nothing on it. It's yellow. That's it. And for the last working Windows phone is the Lumia 920. The phone that is the first phone of the OIS things. And I don't really do too much anything. It also has wireless charging, but for some reason doesn't want to charge with wireless power share. So that's weird. Apart from that, it's nothing special really. And now we're back to the Lumia 950 XL with Windows 11 on it. Did it just die? Because that could be. It could have died because its battery is weak, especially in Windows 11. Imagine running a desktop operating system on a phone. Yeah, it's dead. It doesn't want to keep it alive unless it's plugged in, so oh well. Now the last Windows phone is this Mio Nugget, which I tried charging it today. It refused. It just kept flashing the lights, so yeah, it's unfortunate. Otherwise, it's running Windows Mobile 5.0 or 5.3 or 2005 or something like that. It's a pretty interesting nugget. Unfortunately, it kind of doesn't want to work anymore. So yeah, and that's it with the Windows phones. Now let's move on to the Samsung A, J, and whatever L series, which I don't have too much of, apparently, to be honest. The newest one I got is the Samsung Galaxy A9. You know, the phone with the quadruple camera, and the bad thing about that is the main camera is not focusing right. It's only fine when it's like this close. If you go that, it's no good. Though you can use like the other cameras and they're fine. Even the telephoto is fine. But it decides to switch to the main camera for some reason, which makes it blurry again. Why? Yeah, it's a pretty nifty device. I plan to replace the main camera because it's just bad. It's quite interesting that this is almost a flagship. Almost, but not quite. It even got the same amount of updates as a flagship. Next up, what we got is the Galaxy A3 2017. And it runs Experience UI. It's a pretty nifty device. Put dark mode on it, kinda. Look at that, Experience UI of dark mode. I found it in e-waste. Someone threw this away. And what the fun thing about it was that it was completely factory reset in the bin. And I turned it on, it was like ready to go, brand new device. There we go. Quite funny. Now this is a Samsung Galaxy J3 2016. It also basically has the same fate as the A3 2017. Nothing too special about this. Next up is the Samsung Galaxy A3 2016. I should stop accidentally showing my email, damn it. And yeah, this one I was actually going to repair, though the micro USB port was not really working correctly, so I just kept it because it didn't really meet my standards. I mean, it works with certain charges, but that's not great, is it? And yeah, that's really just about it. It's just a gold A3. Now we got the J5 2015. Has a broken charging port, no back cover. It barely works. Its storage is full. And yeah, that's really it. I haven't even factory reset it because it didn't even bother. Oh yeah, its power button also works horribly, as you can see just now. Struggling to shut it down. Okay, anyway, next up is the Samsung Galaxy Cord 2, which used to be my mom's phone and then my phone. So, yeah. The charging port is broken. The headphone jack has a screw in it. The camera is fine. You've probably seen this phone many times before, and yeah, it just kind of froze there. Look at that, it has Brawl Stars, Let's Go game. How long it will take to load it? Okay, let's see. Unedited experience. I don't even know what version is this. Probably the one from like 2019 or something. It lagged at the fucking sounds. That's funny. Now I can't really shut it down because it'll try to think. It like has 3/4 of a gigabyte of RAM, which is a goofy amount. Now next up are these two phones, which I kind of lost the battery for this one, and I didn't have this one's battery in the first place, but both of them work. This is my first Android phone actually. That's why it's so rough shape. It also didn't help that I also tried to crack the glass of this phone, because at the time my dumbass thought that cracked glass screens are cool because almost everyone had them. I still managed to pull off like the tiniest crack over here on a plastic screen. I was dropping this phone non-stop. God damn it. Now for the last of those phones is the Samsung Galaxy Ace. It still runs the crappy battery, but I found a backup from it from another Galaxy Ace from like years and years and years ago that I decided to smash, even though I kind of just ignored the backup of this for some reason. So yeah, that is cool. I don't smash phones anymore. So I got the back cover from a smashed phone from years ago. Great in it. It's also the Lafleur edition, which is like super common in these. Probably because these are also super common. So why did they have to move a button? Next up, we have like the biggest amount of series of phones. The Galaxy S series, which all of these and all of these are the Galaxy S series. So let's begin with the Galaxy S20, which also serves as the camera and as the Xiaohongshu machine, because that's the only place I got Xiaohongshu on. I didn't install it on my main phone. Though the main purpose I got this phone is for the camera, since I just use it as the overhead camera for the live streams and the videos. Because it has the support for the camera assistant, clean HDMI preview. That's what I use for the camera. It's a good nugget. It only cost me 35 euros for an S20. Also, the back is not cracked. Got the case and the screen protector that refused to be a screen protector because it was not sticky at all. Still, good deal. I enjoy. Now we got the Galaxy S10, which has lines, but it had no screen in the first place. I got it from a guy from the Discord server. I fixed it. It's pretty cool. I also used it as a camera a bit earlier and still has a few videos that I didn't edit yet. So let's see, what is this one gonna be? You're gonna get this video in some time. It's probably gonna be DSLR, so you'll probably just refuse to watch it. Whatever. That's cool. It's an S10. This one is the Galaxy S8 Plus Live Demo Unit. And it currently has the Galaxy Note Fan Edition screensaver because I wanted to get the Galaxy Note Fan Edition screensaver. Though I think now it doesn't want to activate because it's out of the time frame, but I think you can find it in gallery, maybe. It's this one, I think. Yeah, it is. I also put TikTok on there. It runs horribly. Also, Discord doesn't still boot me. No. Oh well. It's a cool demo unit. It can never upgrade. It can never leave Experience UI Android 7. Now these two, I'm gonna talk about both of these at the same time. Now, the one's board that in this one used to be in this one, which used to be my main for like a little bit when my Note 10 Plus was broken. And then also used to be my brother's main, that's why it's so abused. Also was my mom's phone for a bit. And yeah, the back glass has been changed like 4 times. And the board that is in this one was in this one, well, I ordered it because of the Gear VR, and black is 7 cool, I guess. It also has a clear back and the camera case that I also bought for. Have the lens. And yeah, the S7 board that was in this one, now this one was water damage in the toilet, dropped in the toilet twice. It survived both of those times. It used to be my AFK farm. It survived all of that, all like hundreds of hours of just being in Minecraft 24/7. It's fine. This board survived. The board in here just kind of died after a few weeks just sitting. Excuse me. It's very weird, not going to lie. And yeah, this one just works fine. The glass, you can see a little bit, it's clear. I'm not removing it out of the case. Pretty damn cool. And yes, I have Gear VR. That's pretty damn cool. Now this is the Galaxy S6 Edge, which used to S7 Edge, which used to be blue. Now it's gold and still blue in the back. The original screen, the touch on the bottom didn't work. And this screen I got on the phone a lot. It was faulty because it had a purple line, which I just pressed here. Oh, you see, it reappeared and disappeared again. So I kind of fixed it by just pressing it here. Quite fun. Also got this nice golden clear view case for the phone, which looks pretty damn nice on it. So I'm not gonna lie, this is a good nugget. Also on Android 7, binary 1. I don't know why I'm not now downgrading it to Android 6. But oh well. Now what we got here is the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, which I fixed, and yeah, it has a partially broken screen. I bought the original one, which was in gold from Poland. But yeah, apart from this, it works fine. It's alright. It's a big ol' S6 Edge. Running the latest update because, yeah, just an S6 Edge Plus with the gold back in this here. And I kind of bent the battery while removing it, so that's why it looks like it's bulging. It's not really bulging, it's just slightly bent. I know which one's worse. And yeah, it's cool ass sounding startup and shutdown sounds. And the last frame still shows this bit there. They didn't finish it. Now here we got the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, which runs on Android 5.02 binary 1 lollipop. It has all these icons. And then before they switched to squircles, like the Galaxy Store, it's pretty cool. I also got an ancient version of Discord here. I'm probably logged out. What are the chances? Oh shit. It has been a long time. It has been a long time. And it's still Cavecraft SMP, and I'm still not banned in Peculiar SMP. And the Luna McLean server is not in the dead servers folder. It's been a long time. Oh, and Champion Craft's still in dead servers folder. It's not dead anymore. Yeah. I paid like 50 euros for this, which was kind of overpriced. But since it has Android 5, it not really. So that's cool. Now we got the Galaxy S5, which I fixed to put the original back cover I found in my parts bin. So yeah, it's slightly sticky now. And it also has Samsung burnt in. And yeah, it's also in its original firmware because it came with it. Though you can just downgrade on these models, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, still pretty cool that it's Galaxy S5. It's cool. Enjoy water droplet sounds. Now this is a Galaxy S4, which the back button does not work. Otherwise, I would just sold it. I don't know what I will do with this. Oh yeah, I think the touch buttons don't work at all. Wait. I don't know. I don't know what I will do with this actually. Now, next up, we got a Samsung Galaxy S4 Live Demo Unit. It is a Galaxy S4 Live Demo Unit. Did I mention the Galaxy S4 Live Demo Unit? It has a Samsung Galaxy S4 case, which is pretty nifty, and it has the screensaver, which always plays. For that, you can experience the Galaxy S4 like, yo, Samsung Smart Scroll. What? Okay, cool. Cool. You can check out its accessories. Look, flip covers, S-view covers, protective covers. Look, it's the one here. Very nice. The stupid covers, the extra battery, wireless charging, audio dock, another dock, HD TV adapter, whatever the hell that is. Body scale. What? And what's included? It's demo unit. It's pretty cool. Now what we got here is probably the other live demo unit board in this one, so the screen's broken, can't really do anything about it. Now what we got here is you're not gonna turn on. another Galaxy S4. I think this is the regular one. So it's just a regular Android 5 Galaxy S4. Cool, not cool, I don't know. This one, on the other hand, actually, no, I own too many. One of them is normal, one of them is a live demo unit, one of them is just the one that has broken buttons, and another one of them is a black edition without the black screen. It's confusing. In all honesty. Anyway, next up, we got this Galaxy S3 Neo, which runs on Android 6. The TouchWiz Grace UX, so yeah. It is what would happen if Samsung would actually updated the phones more than they would. It's a custom ROM basically, and yeah, it works okay-ish. The ROM is actually pretty smooth itself. Well, of course, after that. And we got these two Galaxy S3s, which are in bad condition but working, and I don't really have that many S3 batteries, so I can't really show them to you, but they're just normal Galaxy S3s, so who cares? Now these two are the two Galaxy S2 Pluses I own, and both of them work. This one just pretends it does not want to work. Oh yeah, the home button pushes on this one. That's about it. Software update? You kidding? Decline. Shut up. They're both pretty much the same. Except this one got famous because it got onto the MK's video because it had 0% battery. Yet it still thought it was charging. Cool, I guess. I mean, they also have like kind of S3 looking back covers, as you can see. And yeah, they have that weird color. Because they released in 2013, I think. Just kind of late for an S2 type of device. Now this one is the one that has been making the low battery sounds all the time. Because for some reason it keeps boot looping. But either way, this is a Samsung Galaxy S2. It runs on Android 4. It boot loops. I'll probably just need to reflash the firmware. I'll figure it out. Now we got another Galaxy S2 which was also making sounds. But this one, instead of running Android 4, it runs Android 13. And it's really slow. Yeah, it popped up. It gone. It's actually pretty interesting that it can even run Android 4.13 at this capacity. Yeah, sometimes it does that. It needs to restart. It's really interesting. Not going to lie. It also has something rattling inside. It's probably unrelated. Now there's another iffy boy, which is the Galaxy S1i 9000. And for some odd reason, it like doesn't want to turn on anymore. Even though it just did earlier. I don't know why. And then Galaxy S2 is making sound, so let's move on to my Galaxy Z Flip, which is broken again. I don't know. The ribbon cable they sent me is full. You see, it's gonna turn on and then it does this. If it's plugged in, then it will turn on just fine. Of course, it may be also really cooked batteries because he left us behind at like 67% battery health. This guy was also handling TikTok Lives for a bit there before I switched to the S20. And it was a horrible main. I didn't like how I needed to do this all the time I want to use it, and the screen is just big. I don't like it. And the battery is just horrible. I needed to charge it like 5 times a day. That's why I switched to the Fold ASAP. Which also makes the Fold, my main, the one that I'm recording on right now, is probably like one of the greatest phones I had. The battery lasts long enough. Nothing to yap about, to be honest. the folding screen is epic because like the main screen is smaller, which I really like about it, and then when I need a big screen for like content, I can just open the phone up and enjoy it. The one thing I don't really like it is that it doesn't have a built-in S Pen, because yeah, I bought a full edition S Pen thinking that I will use it, just like on my Note 10 Plus. I in fact not basically not using it at all because it is just not there, and carrying it around is kind of an asshole. I have the D-brand case on it, which has a hinge protection thing, but there is also the Samsung official case, which has a slot for the S Pen, but that just leaves a ginormous bump on the back of the phone, which is just kind of uncomfortable, and just your phone's basically at like this sort of angle all the time, which is annoying when you want to use the phone placed down on the desk. Not great. But otherwise, the Fold 4 is actually my favorite phone that I ever used. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now let's move on to the Note series, which is like the smallest Samsung row, I guess. Let's begin with the Note 10, which I got super destroyed in because I wanted the S Pen to have Bluetooth again, but the S Pen here didn't also have Bluetooth. It was also bent. There was bends that have the back glass missing. It works fine now. It also has been in Italy, which is pretty cool. Maybe there's something in the gallery from Italy. Look at that. There's me using my Fold as the second display for the laptop there. Yeah, that's why the Fold is good. You basically have a tablet everywhere you go. And the only con of that is you having a slightly thicker phone. Maybe a lot thicker phone, but that doesn't bother me. So, hey, that was very epic. And, yeah, I don't think I have any or other photos. Yeah, I have my Fold here. You can see my Fold. Me trying to do Media World Live. Pretty cool. And yeah, this was also my camera for a bit. Here's my old main and still my secondary, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus or a glow blueberry color because the screen broke and they only had blue screen, so they replaced it with a blue screen. And the S Pen that does the gestury stuff yeah, it kind of needs to boot up still. Hold on. It's a 6-year-old phone that you can sometimes confuse with a 3-year-old phone. If you don't know about Samsung phones at all, like if you're an average user. Okay, it's not gonna do that now. Of course it won't. Will it do that now? When I inserted it for a bit. No, come on. Did Samsung disable the Bluetooth on this one via software updates? I hate you. Whatever. Now here's the Galaxy Note 9, which was the phone I really wanted to get before the Note 10 came out. And not gonna lie, this is also a pretty solid phone. It has the headphone jack and the micro SD slot. The iris scanner still exists, and yeah, it's a pretty cool Samsung phone. It has a light. Because the screen was really broken initially, I also used it for Minecraft AFK farming on Peculiar SMP. And it also has the Bluetooth thing, but just the earlier kind of version. And this time it will actually work, I think. Yeah, it worked. It's 7 years ago Samsung introduced this thing. Why did they remove it? This one only cost $1,000. Now they cost like $1,300. Samsung, you blithering idiots. Now this time is a Galaxy Note FE, which is the one that you saw a lot. It has the iris scanning. 2. And this one's famous because, well, clear back glass, and of course it's MagSafe compatible. Yeah. And people think this is a Note 7, so I take advantage of that. So if you see that I'm saying this is a Note 7, don't correct people that this is a Note FE. Because this phone is a Note FE, but it is actually thinking that it's a Note 7. If you go to settings over here, about device, you see the Galaxy Note 7 Foundation. I put that here. It thinks it's an SM N930S, though even if you go to software info, you see baseband version at N935K. KK. It's a Note 7 Fan Edition. And this is just a Note Fan Edition. Big difference. Now, this is a Note 4. I will replace its motherboard soon for retail motherboard because this one used to be a live demo unit. It is also in pretty damn mint condition. Like, there's basically zero damage. And it has the plastic bit here. Cool. And the back is also not sticky. It's really damn epic. I'll fix this soon. Now, next up, what I fixed yesterday is this Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, which is just basically an ever so slightly Note 3 with worse specs. And you can see it's different because the camera doesn't have the metal bit around it. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it's pretty much identical. Well, apart from a lot more differences, but of course, the S Pen and the stuff and the stuff. That's why I also have a Note 3, which is a Note 3. It's a Note 3. You can tell it's a Note 3. It's a Note 3. I'm not signing up for emails. Not now. Shut up. I also got a Note 2, which is just basically a ginormous S3 with a pen. And also, cool thing that only the Note 2 can do, you see? Water droplets. If I take out its S Pen, it automatically unlocks. But whatever. See, it's ink, and you can also change the color of ink to like a lot of colors in settings. I bet no one got sick of this fast. It also is the last one that doesn't have this compatible with the S Pen for some reason, because they didn't figure it out yet. But yeah, it's a pretty cool device. It feels ginormous, especially with the case on. Bigger than, like, say the S24 Ultra is basically the footprint of the Note 10 Plus. The Note 2 is wider still, with the case especially. But the Note 1 is even more wider than the Note 2 with the case. Though also shorter because the screen is more squarish. I don't have its S Pen. I use the old S Pen for my Note 10 Plus for the purpose. And yeah, I got it in the flea market for €7. Pretty damn cool. Yeah. It's a Note 1. That's basically a giant Galaxy S2 with a slightly higher resolution display. So yeah, that's all. Now how about the iPhones and the iPod? Because it's in here for some reason. I'm not gonna count it towards the total phone amount. We got the iPhone 8, which I put the S3 wallpaper on. Of course, it's in rough shape, but they kind of traded it for an S6. Then bro decided to return the S6 in exchange for your phone. Even though I still had to pay him the same amount that he paid for the S6. But I also paid $10 for this, so the S6 was like 20. The 10 plus the phone that I gave him was like 15, I guess. I paid $45 for this nugget. I really hate it. Get out. Yeah, we got an iPhone 6s that I got in the flea market for $40, and hey, it's in mint condition essentially. Like, has never been used pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an iPhone 6s. What do you expect? But you can expect something from the lucky 5s because it's lucky, because it is like the one out of like 50, well actually 20 iCloud locked 5Ss that I fixed, because this one was not iCloud locked, and I bought it from the flea market for €1, and I replaced the screen for this, and I get 3 full times because it kept breaking for some reason. iPhones really need to up their durability. They did. You know, I got this iPhone 4S in the flea market for €15. And yeah, it's an old ass iPhone. You can't really expect too much from an old iPhone. Also, this is an iPod Touch that I also bought in a flea market for like €5, I think. It's an 8GB version. I also bought a 32GB version in the flea market that I later sold for a profit. And that's it for iPhone. So let's move on to the last pile, which is the other phones from other brands. So now we got the Redmi 8A or something, which temporarily used to be my dad's phone, and I also have Worldbox on it. And I also used for like testing and stuff, like putting Galaxy Store on it. Wait. Is it actually gonna open this time? Yeah, whatever. It probably won't. Now we got the cat phones, which used to be my mom's phone and my brother's phone. And then I used this to do a burn test for a result I didn't expect. So now for like years, I was going to replace the digitizer from this one to this one, because this one has a broken display and this one has the digitizer that is fucked up. And I never really got around to do it. Oh well. Now we got an LG Zero that I got in the flea market for like €3, and FRP bypassed it, so yeah. It's an LG Zero. Pretty cool. A ZTE Blade from eWays with no buttons. It used to be my friend's temporary phone. He still owes me a phone and €45. Give it back, you dumbass. This is the LG Flex 2, which is like a curved display looking off phone. And yeah, the phone doesn't work. It has like motherboard issues or something. I don't know. Seems to be like pretty common with this type of model. It's still cool because it's like slightly curved and not flat like typical phones. Now this used to be my dad's phone. It's really hard to get working because the port is like recessed like that and hard to get charges in there. And the port is also kind of messed up. It's hard to get it working, but it also works and it's kind of crappy. And last but not least is the Huawei P30 Lite that was absent from last season's phone collection showcase because I kind of misplaced it for a bit. But hey, it works fine. Hooray! It's a Huawei dingus. Why can't it remove you? It's white. I got it in the flea market. Pretty cool. Yeah. Now let's move on to the phone boxes, which I'm gonna do as quick as possible because I already have been 55 minutes into this. Here we go. This is the Galaxy S8 Plus box, which belonged to most of the parts to the Galaxy S8 Live demo unit. Galaxy Note 9. my Galaxy J6, which is broken, and it's still in there, and I ordered a screen from eBay. It didn't arrive, so it's still waiting for a screen. It's been years. This is the box to my brother's Galaxy S9. This is a box to the Galaxy Note 2 that you saw. This is a box to my mom's Galaxy A10. This is a box to that blue Galaxy S7 Edge. This is a box to that Galaxy S7. This is the box to that Galaxy S10 Plus. This is a box to that Galaxy S20 ordered. This is a box to my Fold 4. This is a box to another white iPhone, which was leaking adhesive out of the screen, but now I got another iPhone 4S that is also white, so it fits, I guess. This is a box to Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. This is a box to my dad's current phone, the Galaxy X-Server 5. This is a box to the the Nokia 500. This is a box to the Lumia 950 XL. This is a box to my Z Flip 3. This is a box to the Nokia N9. And last but not least, this is a box to my Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Thanks for watching, finally. Oh wait, we're gonna oh wait, the fucking tablets, damn it! Well, here's the tablets. We begin with the iPad Air 1, which I abused by putting Samsung icons on it. He wants me to verify Apple ID, but I couldn't give a shit less. It's the Samsung iPad. Don't look here because all the apps are here now. Cool. And launching an app is horrible because of this happening all the time. Great. You know it, you love it, it's the Yarvik. It's a horrible Android tablet from like the ancient days running Android 4.0. Charge it to 50%, turn it off. It's at 6%. It's horrible as it could get. Look at that front-facing camera quality. Oh, crap. It also has buttons here and here. It has a resistive touchscreen. It has a giant crack down the middle. Cool. Now, here's the iPad 1. It's an iPad 1. I didn't charge it, but it works. It's a 16GB model. Found in e-waste. Pretty cool. And this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1 2014 edition. You can tell it's a Note, not a Tab 3, by the fact that it has an S Pen. And it is actually slightly thicker than the Note 3's S Pen. Slightly longer too. And in case I didn't record, here's the iPad. You saw the iPad. It's been with me for a long time. It's like on my ancient dictunks. That's, yeah. So thanks for watching now. Final count for now is 76 working phones, 10 broken. So 86 total, plus 3 working tablets and 1 not. So, including tablets, 80. But we didn't go to the broken phone bin and I forgot about a phone. So, it's 77 actually. Hold on, let's do it real quick. It's the Nokia something classic, which I forgot how to charge it and it doesn't want to charge anymore for some reason. But it works, and I swear it works. So this is the 77 phone. We're gonna go to the broken phone bin next week because this video is already long enough.